G'day Spurs fans, Paul the Hotspur hippie here, the only psychedelic soccer show on the internet, and it's one more sleep. It's basically almost match day, isn't it? It's less than a day away for me. I think kickoff's at 4:30 tomorrow morning, which is a nice time because I'm quite often up at that time anyway. Ange has spoken, had some interesting things to say in his press conference about the upcoming game. The usual stuff, you know, it's a challenge, do. I don't think it's a challenge, it's going to be 6-0. I think we're on a roll. Ange mentioned about the way we handled the whole experience, the whole day of the Aston Villa jaunt up the M1, I suppose it is it? I don't know. I've forgotten my UK motorways by now. And how now that the players have had that experience, they can build on that. Though you can't replicate something like that in training. You can't do that on a whiteboard or with a clipboard or a PowerPoint presentation. You've got to go out there and do it. So I think the players have stuck to their guns last week, and they've had the just reward for it. And I'm hoping they want more of the same, because me as a fan, I'm ravenous for more of that. We're on a good trajectory at the moment. I'm very happy. Ange also was asked about the young kid that came to visit him, and was asked, you know, how does it feel to spread joy to people? And I loved Ange's answer. He said, well, it gives joy to me too. It's a two-way thing. Isn't that what being a human being's about? You give a bit of happiness and you get a bit of happiness back. It's like an upward spiral. It's what we need a bit more of the world in. A bit of a positive feedback loop instead of a descent into Twitter madness and turmoil. Very good answer. Very humble answer as well. And he said he liked the fact that when he came out of a training session, someone ran up and gave him a big hug, which doesn't happen very often. So, you know, I can imagine how that would make someone very happy in a position like Ange has. Now, he was asked quite a few questions about Radu Dragusin, which obviously, you know, people are curious about him, about his attributes. And Ange talked about how he's had to fight for his places at teams, but he's had lots of match minutes. He's been improving throughout his career so far, and importantly, he wanted to come to play. He wanted to come and play for Tottenham Hotspur, by far the greatest football team the world has ever seen, which is a very strong thing. Onto our centre back situation, and he did mention that when he came, we had 6 centre backs. But I think it was kind of saying we had 6 centre backs, but we needed to strengthen it. I think we all know what we're talking about. But that's water under the bridge now. It seems to be well on its way to being fixed. Now, an answer I particularly liked what Ange gave when one of the Fleet Street meathead hacks asked Ange about mentioning, I think the terms the journalist actually used was plastic tourist fans, and Ange was having none of it, and rightfully so. This idea out there that there is somehow a hierarchy of fans. I'm a bigger fan than you, you're not a proper fan. What a load of old rubbish. If you're cheering the team on and you want us to do well, you're a fan. Doesn't matter if you've been supporting us 2 minutes or 200 years. Well, that's not possible, is it? Or the way I see it is, as soon as you say come on you Spurs, that's it, you're in. You're in. You're as big a fan as me as anybody. And Ange almost took a bit of umbrage to that question as well, because he cited friends of his that live in this part of the world that have actually got season tickets, but they can only get over there once in a while. And for some Fleet Street meathead, probably Johnny Walker, no, probably not Johnny Walker smelling, but you know, that's the old stereotype of journalists. I don't mind that one. Don't want to cast any nasturtiums on the guy, but to question someone's passion in terms of what games they can go to and what games they can't go to is not really fair on people, is it? I mean, I'm not taking this personally myself. I can't go to games, but I'm thinking of other people out there actually. And if you want to grow the club, then that's where support starts, isn't it? And he mentioned travelling the world, going to different parts of the world with the team, spreading the good word of Spurs all over the place. So all in all, it's another great press conference from from Ange. Refused again to be drawn on what was happening this time last year with Antonio Conte, because Ange was firmly focused on winning a treble at Celtic, and to his credit, he stuck that job out before coming down to manage the mighty Lily Whites, and hopefully we'll get some glory soon with him. I think it's coming, man. I think it's coming, and maybe it's the people in my street, in my chat on my stream, they're getting my hopes up, which I don't mind at all. The title chase isn't dead yet, is it really? It's not dead. It's almost dead. Maybe it needs a bit of a dump, clear, something like that, but it's still there, man. It's still there. Like I was saying the other day, five fixtures, and we'll see what sort of shape we're in before we play the big boys. But it is still there, man. Maximum number of points we can get is 86, which in some years is enough to win the first division. I think it equals our record in the Premier League. I might be right or wrong on that. It's either 86 or 84 points. And we have come second before when using my Tour de France rules. Of course, Chelsea were removed as champions that year, and I'll adapt the Tour de France rules a little bit to make us champions, because in the about 9 years where they got rid of the winner of the Tour de France, that was replaced by no winner, I believe. But I'm not having that. Spurs were the rightful 2017 champions. I'm looking forward to a good game tonight. Good game. I'll be doing a watch along. More than welcome to join me. I've got some new equipment to help me stream, and what I'm trying to do is a football stream that's a little bit different. It's the way I want to do it, which might make it unpopular, I don't know, but it's the only way I can do it to have a little bit of fun, stretch the creative part of my brain a little bit, and have a bit of a giggle, because football is always about joy. It is about the agony and ecstasy as well, but I don't like to whinge all the time. I think there's enough silliness to be had in the world of football, and that's what I'm trying to do on my channel. So you're all more than welcome to join me on any of my streams. Memberships are available. You don't get much for that. You get a load of old tap, basically. All my offcuts, work in progress, a little bit behind the curtain of what I'm doing. And any support is very gratefully received, because it's enabled me to get myself set up quite nicely, and I'm pretty happy with the quality, the sound and video quality at the moment, about what I want it to be, but I'm always learning and always trying to get better. More the merrier, more the merrier. So I'm doing a watch along, which is going to be kicking off at about half an hour before the game starts, and I'm looking forward to it. I really am. Usually have a bit of fun doing it. I like doing the watch alongs. It gives me a chance to be a bit more animated, get all the emotion out, whether that's good or bad, who knows yet. That's the thing. And like yesterday I was doing a stream, and Kuva started talking about butterflies in his stomach, and the bugger's woken mine up, because I'm getting a little bit nervous now. That anticipation. That's the wonderful thing about football. I think we're going to win 6-0, but you never know what's going to happen in football, do you? It's better than any movie. It's better than any play, because you've always got an idea of what's going to happen, and it's pre-planned, it's spontaneous. Whereas a football is this beautifully improvised slice of life. We get to see what's happening in 22 blokes' lives for about 110 minutes these days, thanks to VAR and all that, and we get to live through it with them. No one has a clue what's going to happen. But if I was to have a guess, I'd say that a proper guess, I'd say that Fulham are quite dangerous up front. Whether they fire or not is an interesting thing, and it'd be interesting to see how Radu Dragusin copes with it. It's a good test for him. I hope he passes with flying colours, because as Ange said in his press conference, you need more than 2 centre backs in a squad. So let's hope it gets good reception from the away fans, and he keeps Fulham in their box. Whether football will opt to choose to play football or do the whole Plan B game management remains to be seen. Let's see what sort of bottle they've got either way, I just don't think they're going to be strong enough for us tonight. We have got a little bit of momentum picking up, and I think if we pick up 3 points against Fulham, I don't care who we're playing the rest of the season. I think we're going to be pretty unstoppable, like we were at the beginning of the season. So looking forward to a good game of football. I'll catch you folks later. Peace and love, man, and come on you Spurs.